Central Minnesota Sports Hub. It's the Morning Sports Desk, presented by Wadena's Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade. Available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts, and streaming on YouTube.
Is the Morning Sports Desk on a Thursday, the 20th of February. It's Thursday the 20th, Corey. You ever see that? It's a reference to like all the 90s rappers. It's a Simpsons gag where it's got the rapper and he's got the big chain that just says Thursday the 20th.
I have no idea no, I've never seen that.
I'm looking this up now as we start the Morning Sports Desk, powered by Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade in Wadena. Thursday the 20th is a Simpsons character. Can I pull this picture up?
While you're looking that up, CJ.
Thursday the
20th. There it is. Oh, yeah, nice. I like it.
Thursday the 20th. That's what it is today. So,
yeah, no, it sure is.
Good to all those who celebrate. All right.
Look at the Simpsons getting another thing right. They just can't miss, can they?
Never, ever. Never, ever. Morning Sports Desk, powered by Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade in Wadena. We got a great pizza debate that's coming up later on in the show, so be sure to do that. We got a Taste Test Tuesday on a Thursday coming up a little bit later that you're not going to want to miss. We got a couple different things. Before we start all that, Corey, it's time. Unlock your patriotism.
Yes.
Get out the American flag. Buy a Big Mac. Buy a big old meat pizza at Pizza Ranch. Do what you got to do to get ready for this game. It's the Four Nations Face-Off Championship.
Yes.
USA, Canada, the rematch.
USA.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be great. This one, I believe, is going to be played in the States. The last one was played in Montreal. This one is going to be played, I believe, in New York.
Boston.
It's at the Garden. That's right. How could I forget?
Garden.
At the Garden. It's the new Garden. It's not quite the same as the old one, but it's a little bit different, I guess.
Boy, way to suck the momentum out of that one.
I didn't think I could keep up the accent. I couldn't find a way to work in, hey, buddy, you can't park your car there. In to keep the accent going strong. So it just kind of, when I took a band trip to Boston when I was in high school, and we had a tour guide on our bus, and we were on the interstate, like passing by the Garden, and the guy just had the thickest Boston accent ever, and was talking about how basically, like, people are okay with it, but nobody really likes it because it feels kind of like a shell of, like a hollowed out husk of the Garden of past, kind of like new Yankee Stadium in a way.
You mean the city that lives solely on pride alone from the American Revolution can't get over something from the past?
Anyway, Boston's going to be the host tonight, and
yes,
we're going to be taking on Canada for the bragging rights. The USA team's a little banged up, but that doesn't matter. We are going to use pure patriotism to get us through this one. The United States, of course, beat Canada 3-1 with all the with basically the NHL, Corey, doing its darndest to stay out of any kind of controversial situation. All of a sudden accidentally created one of the most politically charged hockey games between USA and Canada ever. And we get to see the rematch of that just a week away, where the USA went into Canada. They had the booing going on, and then the United States won. So we'll see if that motivates Team Canada to come in. We'll see if the USA can thump some more hits on Connor McDavid. That'd be kind of fun. And we'll see how long it takes for the first fist fight. Over under 9 seconds, Corey.
I think over. But if you asked me 11 seconds, I think I might take under.
It's going to be chippy. It's going to be fun.
The Canadians booing the U.S. is going, and then this game now being in Boston, which is like the home of the United States. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like, if these French Canadians, I don't know if they know what they did. I think Boston American fans, that it's going to be rowdy in there.
USA fans in Boston spending all day at some kind of bar close to the arena, Ubering in while they're half drunk or just full tilt drunk before the game even starts. It's gonna be a mess. Let's just put it that way, in the best way possible.
Over there. I can't wait. 7:00 start time tonight on this one. It's the Four Nations face-off, but there's only one we'll be rooting for.
Bald Eagles. Let's go. We got one screeching in the distance somewhere, I'm sure, in our favor. There's, I believe it was 10K Sports put up the pic, and it's like me tonight, and it just shows a bald eagle standing over a Canada goose, and it's just like it's got its talons like on its neck, like just pinning it to the ground.
Yeah. It found its lunch.
I almost called it an American eagle. And honestly, Corey, if we're renaming things, how about we stop giving old Baldy a hard time? Let's just call him the American eagle.
No, whatever we got to do to get over the hump. I'm also prepared. Are you prepared for a sad morning sports desk tomorrow?
No, I would just, like a good American, I'm just going to forget that ever existed.
Just go move right on.
Move right on. Like when Team USA lost the World Baseball Classic, I don't even know what country they lost to. I don't even consider it in my mind anymore. Do they exist? They still a thing?
I'll be honest with you. This is actually the truth. I forgot about the World Baseball Classic. Like just it existing.
Every once in a while, I think about Mike Trout versus Shohei Ohtani in the 9th inning, game on the line. Like that at bat and the hype was so fun. That was a really fun baseball game between Team Japan and Team USA. And that was the biggest baseball game Mike Trout has ever played in his life and will ever play. He will never get anything to match that anymore.
Not Japan either.
Yeah.
Japan either. It's not hate. This is sports hate. It's a different thing. Get off my back.
Get off our back. This is only in terms of my team that hits a ball with a stick. And
yes.
In this case, hits a hard puck with a stick in tonight's case.
Correct.
Just remember, poutine is overrated, Canada is overrated, and go USA. That's all it takes.
Tim Hortons is cool.
Tim Hortons is cool, I guess.
Take a donut.
Do you ever see
what would you rather have? Would you rather have Tim Hortons or Dunkin'? Especially with a hockey game in Boston tonight.
So when I was in Bemidji,
that's CJ.
when I was in Bemidji, they did have a Tim Hortons there before the place like closed all their American locations. There was a Tim Hortons in Brainerd. Remember that?
Sure do.
So I've had Tim Hortons before a couple times in my life. It's fine.
It's fine. You know what? We're done. You don't need to say anything else. It's fine.
I've never been to a Dunkin' Donuts in my life because I've never lived close to a Dunkin' Donuts.
Sure. Well, the answer is still Dunkin' Donuts. It doesn't matter.
They have a breakfast sandwich where a donut is the bun, is the bread. Like done. They won. It's over.
I'm looking forward to rooting against Canada. Next, what's next? Let's go.
All right, here we go. Next up on our morning sports desk list of things to do today, we need to talk about, so Florida International University is doing a little promo to try and get, it's either FIU or FAU. Doesn't really matter, although I think I put one in the description. So whichever one it is,
the other one.
It's probably the other one. It is. It's FAU. Of course it is.
Oh,
darn it. Florida Atlantic University is holding what they call Seinfeld night. Now,
what does that mean?
So, a lot of people have done this before, right? You do like a theme night, like people do, you'll do like this night, that night, and you'll kind of have a couple different things and you'll have a couple mentions, but like really nothing will come of it. Well, here's what is included in tonight's Seinfeld night. Corey, I take it you're a Seinfeld fan. So the arena is going to be called Del Boca Vista tonight.
Del Boca Vista, nice. I like it.
FAU's marine biology program is going to be honored through all of this. They're going to give away a Pez dispenser at perfect sizing for sneaking items. I'm reading this here. They are going to be giving away a Pez dispenser at perfect sizing for sneaking them into a piano recital.
Okay, perfect. Good. This is great.
Nod to the show. There will be a custom Seinfeld poster giveaway.
That's cool.
Florida Atlantic's renowned marine biology program will receive a special in-game recognition for their role in developing those committed to keeping aquatic life safe from golf ball obstruction.
Yes, of course.
And lastly, of course, Kramer will be there.
Kramer's going to be there?
Kramer's going to be there.
Cosmo's showing up to
FA.
One of the vowels U. That's amazing.
Florida directional. Well, FIU's not directional, but yeah, Kramer's getting there. That's a good pull. Normally when you do like the office night, like the Wild did the office night and they got Meredith to come, which cool. She sounded fun. It sounded like a good night, but like, you know, if you're gonna get somebody, if you can't
Kramer's
like
one of the greatest television characters of all time.
yeah, you got to get him up there or down there, I guess, in the case of FIU. Okay, all of this to be said.
There, that's probably where he's living. Let's be honest.
Okay, let me put it to you this way, Corey. Would you go to the Seinfeld night?
Yes, of course.
Would you go to the Seinfeld night without Kramer? If he wasn't going to be there, would you still like? If you were in that city, would you make a point to go?
If I was a student, I'm 100% in that building, and I'm dressing up as a Seinfeld character.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Dressing up as Newman, like just to get the male garb, because it's the most like dressing up as a mailman would be the most ridiculous one.
I don't know. Maybe a good putty outfit. Maybe a good.
Would you dress up as like the soup Nazi or something like that? Is that on the table?
Maybe, you just could never go wrong with the Costanza. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just no way. Well, here's the thing. It's not just me who's going, right?
Right.
Me and my roommates. There's 4 of us. So, like, I would probably be the one who ends up having to dress like Elaine because I'd be the only one brave enough. Well, one goes as Jerry and one goes as Kramer and the other goes as Costanza.
Mm-hmm. No, that's fair.
100%. We were 100. My college roommates and I are 100% going to that game as Seinfeld characters.
Actually, I know you would go as Jerry Stiller. That's who you would go as.
Maybe.
That's who you'd be.
Maybe. I do love Jerry.
That'd be a fun one. And then you just start yelling Festivus everywhere.
Yeah, no, it's the best. I love stuff like this. I love the greatest theme night ever, I think, still is whatever school does that silent night where they all stand. There's not a peep in that gym until their team scores the bucket and then they go crazy.
Who is this?
I don't know. There's some college that does it.
Okay.
Do a silent night. It's right around Christmas time. Not a single word is spoken in the gymnasium. It's just basketball until their team scores a point and they go ballistic.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. That's my favorite theme night. I can't remember what school it is, but this kind of stuff this is what it's all about. This is what college athletics is all about.
So yes or no, would you go if Kramer wasn't there?
Yes. Are you kidding me? Are you asking me today or as a college student?
As a college student.
Yeah.
If you were an adult, like just living in the area where Florida Atlantic is, and you saw,
I would maybe go if that was a thing. I would go, but not as like because I was going anyway. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. So,
but if I'm a college student, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's all I need. I just need the stupidest theme ever to be completely in on that.
Exactly. So, okay, good. Glad we got that out of the way.
Are you coming in?
Yeah, I'm in. I'm not like a deeply, like I haven't like watched Seinfeld front to back, but I guarantee you if Seinfeld's rerunning on Comedy Central, I'm not changing the channel. So
it's funny, man. I didn't get it right away. And I don't know that I get it all the time even now, but it makes me laugh now. That's for sure.
Seinfeld, there's a lot of shows where the cast members, like the characters in the show are bad people, but the show keeps wanting you to think of them as good people. I think Friends is a way in a lot of this. Like there's a lot of like things where there's a lot of the things that the cast of Friends does in the show. And sometimes they try and play it off like they're good people. And I think the joke of Seinfeld is, no, they're actually all selfish people. Like they're actually, not that they're bad people, but they're all.
They just show you the selfish stuff, right?
They're all in on the bit.
Have you ever seen I Think You Should Leave?
I've seen enough clips online, yeah.
So yeah, and that's basically how I've seen like half of a season or something like that. But he described his character, and I Think You Should Leave, or the premise of that show basically is people getting a little embarrassed and then getting very angry.
Uh-huh.
That's not who that guy, right? That's the like. They're just showing you that side of that person. They just show you all the selfish stuff of Jerry Seinfeld's a decent guy. I'm saying as the character, I don't know in real life, but that's not a fun show if you just show him holding the door open for someone at the grocery store.
Yeah.
It's way funnier if you show him holding the door for someone in the grocery store and then him taking it personally that same person didn't hold the door for him on the way out later.
It's Jerry Seinfeld is dating a girl and she's perfect, but her hands are huge and he just can't get over it.
Right.
favorite line of that episode.
So funny.
Can you? I gotta open my beer. Here, I got that for you. And he just, that's not a twist off. I'll still quote that to this day. That wasn't a twist off, with just my eyes getting like, that wasn't a twist off. Anyway, so moving things along, Corey, we got to talk about a weird MLB injury to a pitcher. And you're not going to believe what happened to this guy last year.
Okay.
And then, of course, we got a Taste Test Tuesday on a Thursday. And we have the great pizza debate to top all of this off. I want to get to that. Before we do, that means we got to shout out the good folks at the Pizza Ranch and the FunZone Arcade. Corey, floor is yours.
Well, I want to, Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade is the place to go get pizza and fun. That's the first thing. I'm just gonna leave it right there, because our pizza debate later comes from Pizza Ranch itself.
Okay, all right.
So we like
tease.
You can see right above my shoulder here in the picture, Pizza Ranch brings us the morning sports desk. And Zach at Pizza Ranch texted me last night. He goes, I got something for you guys to talk about. So we are going to, once we get to our pizza debate, that we'll go a little more into what's going on at Pizza Ranch. How's that sound?
That works for me. That's what we call a tease in the broadcasting business here. All right, Corey. So if you remember last season, for the Dodgers, and the Dodgers have this happen to them every year. They just have a whole slew of different pitching injuries every single year. They have these great arms and they all go down. Well, there was this one pitcher last year. Remember Dustin May?
No.
They call him Ginger Guard. He's the red hair. He's like got the big red curly hair for the Dodgers.
Trevor May?
No, not Trevor May, unfortunately. I don't think any relation either, which is unfortunate.
Is he related to Billy Mays, the Shamwell
guy? No.
Guy? Okay.
No, unfortunately. So here we go. Dustin May reveals that he had a season-ending surgery last year. So what happened was that he was eating whatever it was. I don't know if it was at Chipotle. I don't know if it was at a certain restaurant. I don't know if it was just at his home. He was eating. And then a piece of lettuce, as he, I believe, swallowed, tore his esophagus and led to emergency surgery.
That would hurt.
He was out for the year. He just revealed that as he showed back up to spring training this year.
So that was his that didn't just happen. That's why he missed last year.
Uh-huh.
Holy crap.
Eating a piece of lettuce, and it tears your esophagus to the point where you need emergency surgery.
Well, I guess the good news is if a piece of lettuce is going to tear your esophagus, it was going to tear anyway.
That's fair. I think my moral of the story is just never eat salad.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
You know what can't tear your esophagus? Cake.
Yeah, right. Pudding.
Chocolate pudding with extra chocolate? Yeah. No, that's not doing any harm to me.
Is he lucky that it was only lettuce? Like, what if it would have been a cheeseburger? Then are we really in trouble here? Is he really in trouble?
That's a good question.
Is he choking out while this is happening, or does the food go down and then it's like, what's going on here? This sounds terrible.
It sounds terrible and terrifying, and I couldn't imagine going to the doctor needing emergency surgery on my esophagus. I could not imagine that. It sounds awful.
It feels like he's lucky he lives in Los Angeles.
Uh-huh.
Because if your esophagus tears here, you're being rushed by an ambulance to a certain place, and then the helicopter's coming for you, right?
Uh-huh.
Is that how that works?
I would assume so.
I mean, I guess it's just it's not your trachea, so you can still breathe.
Yeah.
Right? You would think?
You'd think, I say, as a communications major.
I mean, I understand that you're bleeding into your own body. That's pretty bad.
Well, I mean, that's where all the blood's supposed to be, so
you're not going to have an empty stomach, so that's going to be good.
Yeah.
It's got done eating.
Or maybe just began. I don't know.
I'm grossed out about this. This is that's a disgusting injury, CJ.
Awful. It's awful. Reminder, don't eat salad, kids. Just eat a steak. Nothing bad ever happens when you do that. So moving on, Corey.
Your esophagus is toast if a piece of lettuce is probably one of them sharp freezer burnt pieces of iceberg lettuce.
Mm-hmm. Never trust it.
Wild, man. That's the worst. Is that as bad as Tyrod Taylor being stabbed through the lung by a team doctor?
No, I think that's worse because that actually happened by a team. That actually happened by somebody who's supposed to help you. That was a team doctor who did that.
Yeah, I do think that is worse. They're both equally unlucky, it would seem.
Equally unlucky, but yes, that one is worse.
Having your lung punctured or your esophagus torn, which is worse? Oh, I hate that. Why did you bring that up? That's an awful injury.
Just to see your reaction.
I don't like it at all. Never do that again. You are the one who watches the guy from Louisville tear a bone through his leg injury over and over again, aren't you?
No, that part I am not. Although
when guy, aren't you?
When that Kevin Ware injury happened, though, I did look at because we were actually it was over Easter and we were in Nimrod. We were at Easter there at some family, and we were watching the game on TV, and the only TV they had was like rabbit ears. It was still like that old where you had to use that. So our screen was so fuzzy. We could barely see. We couldn't get any audio on the reception. So, and we weren't like paying attention because we're like eating, we're doing whatever. And all of a sudden we look up at the screen. We're like, why is everybody crying? What is happening right now? Like they are not showing the game. They're showing everybody looking concerned and bleak and whatever. And then I go to school the next day. This is like before social media really kicked off, like before like Twitter and stuff like that. Like nobody was talking about it on my Facebook page at the time, but I go to school the next day and everybody's like, did you see what happened with Kevin Ware? And then I Googled it because I was like, no, what? And I was like, oh my gosh. And then I never looked at it again.
I still have never seen it.
Well, let me hear it. Let me pull it up.
Oh, I quit.
I think we'll get demonetized on YouTube.
I will never look that up.
No.
And I want to see it.
All right, Corey, let's do a little taste test Tuesday to try and eat and get our minds off it. Can you tear your esophagus eating these foods?
Well, we're going to find out, aren't we?
We're going to find out. Corey, it's a taste test Tuesday on a Thursday. This is something that you and Dan Terhar did on the big show back in the day. And, well, we just kind of have some foods that we feel like could be a pretty good thing to try out here. So why don't you explain to the folks at home what we have in front of us?
Well, we used to do this with like gross things. It was fun to do gross things on the air. And I still am a big proponent of doing gross things. Like we had chips that were made out of chicken skin. Those are pretty bad. We tried powdered camel's milk. That was really bad. That was not a good tasting thing even at all. But this comes from our good friend Zeke, who said, have you guys ever had these like dry ice Skittles? We're like, what are you talking about? He goes, they're so good. And then he dropped off a bag for us before he skedaddled off to vacation land. Here's the bag. They're called Skittles Popped freeze-dried candy.
Okay.
And I'll be honest with you, even though I'm a proponent of doing Taste Test Tuesday on potentially scary, terrifying, bad things, I'm thrilled about this opportunity to do Skittles Popped freeze-dried candy. Now, they're Skittles, but look at, they kind of, I'll hold this up to the camera here a little bit. It looks like an almost popped, a beginning stage of like a popcorn kernel.
Right, exactly. It looks like, because again, they're it's called Skittles Popped. It looks like in the freeze drying process, these things just
exploded a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, what color you got?
This is orange. I don't think my autofocus is going to focus in on this.
I got a red. Bottoms up. This is our first taste test Tuesday on a Thursday. Skittles Popped. These are going to be wonderful. Oh, they're crunchy. They're crunchier than I was expecting.
Very crunchy. It was all crunch.
And then they taste like Skittles. Yeah, no, I'm totally in.
Yeah. This is like, you either have to chew a Skittle normally, or you have to kind of like let your mouth soak it to the point where you can kind of chew them. And
yeah, this is like popping a peanut or like eating peanuts.
This is just like, this is expediting that process.
Look, I got a 3 for. Okay, I'll eat them all. Yeah, these are good.
Yeah. This is why you got to watch the show on YouTube, by the way.
Do you have a favorite color Skittle otherwise?
No, we talked about this yesterday. I'm an equal opportunity Skittle enjoyer.
Yeah, usually I just drink them. I just drink them out of the bag.
You just hold them up, like you put them in a cup and you just down the hatch.
Just like rip the bag all the way open at the top, like this one is, but it's like a concession stand bag.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, drink them. I'm not like picking them out one at a time.
Yeah, you're not like, popping in.
I'm eating them at however many land on my tongue at once.
All right. Well, we could eat these all day. They're great.
I'm going to have one more.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
10.
10. I'm going to go.
A 10
would you prefer this over a regular Skittle?
I think I prefer them equal.
That's fair.
If you offered me one of each, I'd take both of them.
Yeah. If I offered you a bag of each, you would take both. You would take both of them without hesitation.
Without hesitation. I would just take them from you and you'd be without either.
Yeah, I'm going to go 9 out of 10 on these. I will say I probably like the original Skittles just a little bit better. There's a little bit more of a process to it, but at the end of the day, they are good, and I would take either.
Yep,
So.
no, those are great.
All right. Second thing we have on the Taste Test Tuesday, Corey, This is a little bit of a different direction. So to a little backstory to this one as I grab my little crunch.
I forgot where these had come from.
Yeah, so when I went to the Timberwolves game a couple weeks ago, they were giving out these cool little crunch hats, and I love them. And you know what? For the sake of this taste test, I'm going to put them on because, Corey, Jack Links helped give out the hats. And that means that at the Target Center that night, they're also giving out free mini bags of beef jerky.
Oh, I love beef jerky.
And it was Jack Link's beef jerky with a twist, Corey. What is that twist?
Oh yeah, here's the bag. You'll see it's already open, but that's because we had to split them up already. It's called Duos, Jack Link Duos. So in the bag, we've got mango flavored beef jerky, jalapeno flavored beef jerky.
Yeah,
if you can see that. Now I'm interested about this because obviously this just looks like beef jerky.
Yeah.
And what I wasn't sure of when I opened this up was there going to be a beef jerky that's only flavored like mango, and then the piece next to it is only flavored like jalapeno, or is this mixed flavors on both on one piece? You know what I mean? Or I guess that's what we're going to find out right now, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what we're going to find out. I would guess, based on the way it's kind of shredded up, based on the way it looks like the bag is, my guess is they made both mango, they made a jalapeno flavor, and then they just kind of put both of them in the bag and then kind of mixed them up. That would be my guess. I don't think they put both flavors into one.
Big beef jerky fan. I made turkey jerky with the turkey I got this past spring. It was wonderful.
Nice humble brag, by the way.
Yeah, man, I love turkey hunting. It's so fun. And then anyway, it smells really good.
All right.
Opened this bag up and it was like, this is amazing. So I'm fascinated by this because jalapenos are good and mangoes are good.
The jalapeno smell is definitely kicking in. Like,
all right, are we ready? Bottoms up. 3, 2, 1. Cheers. Yeah.
I'm getting the sweet right now.
Oh, not me. I'm only getting jalapeno.
I must have grabbed a mango one.
Oh, this is good.
Good?
All right, I'll have another one.
See if you find the mango piece.
Yeah, that's pretty much only jalapeno. Please be sweeter.
This one is the jalapeno one.
Oh, yeah, and I grabbed a mango one.
Perfect. Just how we drew it up. It's a little spicy, but it's not like overpowering. It's enough to make your tongue burn a little bit, but not enough to where you need like if you're in the car on a road trip, you don't need to also have like the big gulp right next to you to down just to enjoy the little treat, you know?
Oh, I am in on this.
You're in?
All right, now here's the real question that you should ask me. If you're giving me a bag of Skittles Popped or Jack Link's Duos.
If you're in a road trip, 4 hours with the family, and you got one snack to bring, which snack are you bringing?
The Duos. These are wonderful.
Take that, Zeke. Let's go.
Are you kidding me? This is really good.
They are really good, yeah.
Shout out Jack Links in Bayport, Wisconsin, or wherever they're from.
Gordon? I don't know. Bayfield? Bayfield sounds right.
How do you say Minong? Minong?
Minong. Yeah, I've been through Minong when I worked in Duluth.
There you go.
Yeah.
They're from
I know a guy who was from Bayfield, which is around Minong. And you got the American Birkebeiner, the cross country ski race, but it's not the Beine Berkey. The Beine Berkey is different from the Birkebeiner.
Yeah, and then also the bear grease.
No,
Bear.
that's in Minnesota.
What's it called?
Bear grease.
Oh yeah. Yo, these are really good. You're not getting I'm eating the rest of these right now.
That's not making it through. All right, Corey, let's wrap up the show by talking about one thing that pertains to the Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade in Wadena.
So shout out Pizza Ranch, FunZone for presenting Morning Sports Desk. We talk about it all the time. They're great food and all the games you can play. Check them out on socials, and then more importantly, just go there in person and eat delicious food and have delicious fun in the FunZone Arcade. But this message, while I continue to eat my beef jerky here, comes directly from Zach himself at the Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Ooh, well, the fact that it's coming from the guy who runs the pizza place, I gotta be careful about my opinion here, because that guy is, I'm sure, an equal opportunity lover of pizza.
But you know what? Pizza Ranch offers a million different kinds of pizza.
Yeah, you're not gonna like every single one equally.
You can get veggie, you can get buffalo chicken, you can get like a marguerite or something like that. You can get stuffed crust, you can get lots of meat, you can get lots of cheese, you can get they're providing you tons of different pizza options, one of which, of course, like a classic Hawaiian with pineapple on it. What do you think? Are you a pineapple on pizza guy? I have my guess for you.
No, pineapple does not belong on pizza. Pineapple doesn't belong anywhere near pizza. Pineapple, get it out of here. Oh, but it's the sweet and it's the salty and it's the, I don't care. I'm not even a dip my fries in the ice cream kind of guy. I like to keep when it comes to pizza, I just like meat on it. You can throw in sausage, you can throw in ham, you could throw in bacon, you could throw in burger, you could throw in sausage, whatever, any kind of meat you want to throw on a pizza, I am in. The moment you start talking about veggies, I'm out. The moment you try and bring in fruit, well, I'm really out. I'm really out on that one. Pineapple does not belong on pizza. I can't tell you how many times as a kid, Corey, my family would order pizza, and I love Canadian bacon, one of my favorite pizza toppings.
So underrated, Canadian bacon.
So underrated. Better than pepperoni, in my opinion.
Oh, God, get out of here with your trash takes.
And the biggest thing is you get in with a piece of Canadian bacon pizza. You take a big bite only to realize that the pineapple was underneath the cheese and you had no idea, leaving a little surprise. And then you take that bite and all of a sudden they're trying to sneak in fruit into your pizza. No. Pineapple does not belong on pizza. There, end of story. I cannot be convinced otherwise. I'm guessing you are sympathetic.
So let me answer this a couple different in two different ways here. The first is, yeah, dude, ham and pineapple is like a classic combination. That is like how people eat ham a lot. Like that is just a way to do it. And it's really, really good together. And then when you throw it on, like you said, a Canadian bacon pizza, which is totally and completely underrated. I think it's wonderful. When Zach sent me that text message last night, he goes, does pineapple belong on pizza? That's the question. Here's how I responded. I'm going to read you this conversation now, word for word, okay?
All right.
Does pineapple belong on pizza? I responded with, I can answer that for you right now because the last time we came to see you, I had 2 slices with pineapple on it. I went right to it. That's what I grabbed right out of the game. I'm not always that way, but the moment was right the last time we were at Pizza Ranch. Zach says, I like pineapple on pizza, but obviously there's a lot of folks that would completely disagree. And I said, all right, we'll bring it up. CJ's definitely going to be one who disagrees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I am totally for a Hawaiian pizza, pineapple on pizza. Now, if you're just talking about just pineapple, I'm not gonna probably go for that. You're probably gonna give me some weird sauce and whatever. But here's the thing: I'm with you. I just want meat on the pizza.
Right.
As long as there's meat on the pizza, you can put anything else on there. Like I don't mind. I don't want a veggie pizza. But if you put meat on there and then make it a supreme, I'm in. Like peppers, mushrooms, onions, olives, whatever. As long as there's pepperoni, sausage, whatever, I'm totally on board. So yeah, I think you're wrong. I think pineapple can and does belong on pizza.
We just can't get past this debate. This might sink the show. By the way, it's why the Bronco pizza at Pizza Ranch is 10 out of 10 favorite pizza, because it's just throwing all kinds of meat onto a pizza.
Give me that meat.
It's my favorite one to get when I go to the Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade in Wadena. So good. That's settled. I look forward to, did you ever get Zach to get a on the record answer, or is he just going to leave it up to the public?
Oh, he's pro pineapple on pizza.
That's what I figured.
Yes.
But
he's he's not a coward like you.
He's an equal opportunity pizza enjoyer. I'll put it on.
I mean, I got a business card made that says pizza expert on it. So if you're going to trust anyone in this conversation, it's me. You
can put anything on a business card.
And I did.
It's like it's that scene in Scrubs where the janitor is like hands a card, like, here's my card. Oh, I didn't know you were a painter janitor. He's like, yeah, I'm also and like skips to like 4 different things: zoologist, botanist, and surgeon. Just like pulls all these cards out. That's today you're a pizza expert. Tomorrow you'll be a jerky expert.
Listen, there's a 10, you put 10,000 hours into anything, you become an expert in it. And I've got my PhD in pizza.
PhD in pizza consumption.
Yep.
All right. I think that's going to do it on today's show, Corey. By the way, if you guys are listening and you're on YouTube, drop in the comments. What do you think? If you found this on Facebook, go back to Facebook and comment. We really do want to keep a running total here. So we will be kind of checking that out and monitoring things with the great pizza debate here on the Morning Sports Desk. Can't wait. See you guys tomorrow.
Powered by Wadena's Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade. Follow the Morning Sports Desk on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. And watch every show on YouTube.